This is an SOS. Swirly asking for help. We didn't win. It isn't what it seems. We need help now!
Swirly monsters kill me. Swirly, wake up. Tell us what happened.
Accessing memories of swirly monsters. Memories initiating. From the beginning, there was always someone to look after Roblox. The first protectors were the wolves. They had a kingdom, until one day, Melmanex came knocking.
This must be the castle. Once I get rid of the protectors of Roblox, this castle will be mine. Hello, Cloud Princess Wolf. And your trusted advisor, Banana Joe. You'll find that all my monsters have taken over the castle now. I kindly ask you to leave. You are banished, never to return.
No, I will not. This is my castle. What are you doing here? What have you done?
You see, Prince Wolf and this advisor who is amazing at everything. I've got rid of them. I turned one into death, seeing as he loved life so much. And I turned the other one into a statue of a polar bear.
How dare you? That is so evil and so cruel.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know what matters? That I rule everything here. This is my castle.
Melmanex destroyed the castle that day and banished Cloud Princess Wolf. The protectorship of Roblox carried on to some new adventurers, initiating Grimsy and Vortex conversation.
So you were in Brookhaven, right?
Yeah.
You were taken while you were at school, turned into a monster by Melmanex, yeah?
Yeah.
Then ate your dad, spat him out and he became a tornado, and then you both escaped to Lifetopia where Cthulhu found you, right? And that's when you realized you were an octopus.
I was never an octopus!
When they started off as quite an innocent double act, trying to break in houses, as you do, but it was all harmless fun, as they weren't very good at it.
Just open the door. In. I'm cutting.
Between Brookhaven and Lifetopia, they just try to find secrets and have fun, not interested in the world of evil. But of course, evil did find them. Monsters started to come out left and right. Roblox was infested with monsters, yet Tornado and Vortex rose to the challenge, destroying each monster they came upon. The only problem was, the more monsters they met, the more Vortex's monster side started to show, and this would lead to some trouble. Vortex grew to like her monster side though, and even when Tornado thought there may be ways to cure her, Vortex resisted them, even during the magic show, when they thought that Harry could perhaps assist Vortex.
He must know how to turn people into monsters, maybe he can turn you back. You're so casual about being half monster.
I kind of like it.
Eventually it was too late, and whatever Melmanex had done had infected Vortex. Vortex became immensely evil and started chopping up Brookhaven. She took Tornado, made him her minion, and then reported back to Melmanex.
Vortex,
Hi, King.
I have a very special task for you.
Eventually, what seemed to be a kind soul cured X of her affliction. However, it was just Melmanex, not wanting another rival on the monster scene. Then, Melmanex surprised Vortex at her home and drove her, literally, out of Roblox.
Brookhaven is mine!
They got a new start, a new life, a world away from Melmanex. And Melmanex had no way of corrupting the next protectors anymore. Waking up in somewhat of a dream state, they went about normal lives in Lifetopia. Of course, until I found them, under the guise of Cthulhu at the time.
I see you've gone a bit more purple. And who's that guy?
Oh, it's Swirly.
Swirly. I am Swirly.
After me, there was new arrivals, and my monsters started to form. One of them was a statue called Polar Pete. Of course, at the time, we didn't know Polar Pete was a magical being who was trapped inside these Polar Pete statues. But of course, every time they found him, they were very happy to see him.
My friend! Polar Pete!
Oh, it's a big Polar Pete!
Polar Pete! Not now, Bob.
Someone I wasn't happy to see was my brother, Whirly, who had come to help out Tornado, and be Tornado's shoulder.
Whirly, is this true? You like Swirly, aren't you? You're not really stupid.
Cookies and pie.
Shortly after, they'd have an epic fight with Death, not knowing that Death would lead to one of their members in Grimsy. It was all of a sudden about the monsters again, and they were back transforming and fighting monster after monster. They had gone into the mission to contain the monster, or as they thought, they were collecting them for Cthulhu as a teddy bear.
Great Cthulhu. You have
You see, Malmanex had trapped Cthulhu too in a weird form, just like Polar Pete. And it wouldn't be too long until the Swirly Monsters found a way to release Cthulhu from his containment, which was bad for all of Roblox.
Why, he's got a big pole? Is that actually him?
Yes, that is his stick. Now, he will talk to you.
Vortex. Tornado. Swirly. You have done bad.
Cthulhu's trusty helper, Spiral, would help Cthulhu do the ritual to get out of his containment, and they'd planned to take over the world. But there was a few people in their way. Grimsy and Polar Pete had now came out of their cursed state. They were ready to help the Swirly Monsters in their own unique way.
Hey, Polar Pete. Polar Pete. Polar Pete.
Yes?
So. Giant chicken at a time.
Nothing.
Hit the egg while it's cooled down. Run!
Out of the blue, they'd be joined by another friend called Scope. I accidentally teleported him, but it always seemed kinda strange how he just suddenly appeared and then stuck with us.
Excuse me, little lady. I don't suppose you know where I am, do you?
Cthulhu trained up to destroy the world. He didn't know that he was secretly being manipulated by Malmanex behind the scenes to get rid of that dimension and the swirly monsters within it.
You think you didn't stop me?
Oh no, it's coming!
What Malmanex didn't count on was Grimsy and Pete getting the giant chicken egg of time to reverse all the fortunes and get them to another dimension. Cthulhu escaped, and new friendships were made. One such friendship with Woofy Cookie would turn into lots of victories for the swirly monsters.
And your name is?
Woofy.
Woofy!
Here's Larry the fish!
Now the swirly monsters were fully formed. They went about going after monsters harder than ever, taking down anyone who was in their path. They all even managed to get revenge on a few different monsters. And finally it was time. Vortex was ready for the ultimate showdown with Cthulhu.
This plan.
Ah! Ha-ha! Here we go. Final. Ah!
Well,
Ah! This is where we have our final battle.
The battle was intense, and an unlikely alliance was formed between Tornado and Spiral, in Spiral trying to help her master come back to life.
Tornado!
Shock! My dad was half shocked.
They actually ended up joining the swirly monsters and defeating creatures with us,
Weather's coming on.
Yeah, you don't want to...
adapting and becoming one with their monster counterparts. The swirly monsters continued on and on, learning and getting stronger, to a point where Malmanex could no longer ignore it. Malmanex got wind of this and started his own group of monsters to take on the swirly monsters and get rid of them once and for all. Maze would be the forefront of Malmanex's monsters, and he would orchestrate and direct Sonic EXE, Springtrap, and eventually they would add Blue to their mix, and that Malmanex would start interfering with the swirly monsters, trying to get them to fall at each hurdle. But the swirly monsters have persisted until now.
That is enough, Swirly. We have heard your story. We know it is time for her to come to us. You have done well guiding the swirly monsters, but your mission has ended. We have no use of you anymore. Swirly, you may wake up now.
Swirly's log. I've just booted back up. All I can see is pitch darkness. There is nothing around me. Maybe I have fell into the void.
Swirly! 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 Hey, big eyeball head.
Oh, what are you doing in the void?
We're not in the void. We're underground. I'm here.
I'm here too.
Princess? You're both here?
Yeah, my plan worked. We managed to hide. I shrunk you down, put you in my tutu.
Really? Did you, let out a rip, Grimsy?
I'm sorry. I had a lot of tacos before we came down here.
Oh my god. So what actually happened? What's going on?
We don't know. We're waiting for, I've got a man on the outside, and he's got bare hands.
Oh my god. You say the fate of the swirly monsters is in the hands of Polar Pete?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's Polar Pete and he's got a shovel. Polar Pete.